I'm here at the Sunset Memorial Gardens in Thomasville, Georgia, and my name is John Hill, former platoon sergeant and staff sergeant in the U.S. Army Reserves, actually National Guard. And I'm out at this site where most of the men are veterans, and look at to hear how much they gave their life, and a lot of them gave their lives fighting till we had our freedom. What has President Trump done? What has he done? Is he with the globalists? If he opens that border and 800 troops that are unarmed can't stop that, the Guard, the Border Patrol, last year there were over 1 million illegals that sneaked through, so there's no good policy. There could be a policy to stop them all. What has he done? What has he done? If they come through the border, which right now they must, they've been given the word, they'll be treated with kid gloves. If they come through the border, next time you'll have 1 million. They're going to come from all over the world like they've done in Europe. And Europe's lost its sovereignty. Europe's lost its sovereignty. So what's going on with President Trump? What we need is 50,000 troops on the border with weapons, ammunition, locked and loaded. They need the resources, the aircraft, the tanks, the APCs. They need to especially cover the weak areas where they'd be expected to go. And they would be able to defend themselves if they're coming across that border. This is our country. Secondly, the idea that they can come in as refugees or persecuted, no, that's not so. We've heard so much that they're coming here to get a better life. It's very difficult in Latin America, all over the world. Are we going to let them into the U.S.? If President Trump lets them pass into the U.S., America is finished. We'll become a third world nation in a very short time. It'll ruin our families. It'll ruin our sovereignty. We'll lose control of everything American. It'll be run by the bankers, Soros, Rothschild, and Macron, and the rest of them that hold high positions of wealth. And this is their dream to run the world, and they're almost there. Trump should not lay back and pretend this is just some kind of a ball game with a lot of people coming. This is coming to destroy America. Lastly, the veterans, the Minutemen, the Patriots, if nothing's changed, should go down on the border as they come. Take their trucks, their flags, their guns, go down to the border and camp out right on the border and hold that border. We are the government. The people are the government, according to our Constitution. If this government won't reflect us, if it's being led by Marxists, communists, and leftists to destroy us, they all want to destroy us. They're atheistic people, the heads of these groups. They're the atheists, communists. That's what they are. They're not our friends. So we need everyone to prepare, get in touch with your politicians, with Trump, and talk to your close friends. All right? Let's stand up for America. I don't think there's a way they're going to win. It'll be messy if they try to come through. But we have to protect our families, our children, our grandchildren, everything we've worked for, and all what these men have paid the price for, to die for all these wars and all these centuries. Life's not easy. If you don't hang on to it, the next batch will get it. The pagans, I call the pagans that are running against the United States, are about there. So please be involved. Get ready. America will not be defeated. Nigel Farage said so in Parliament many times. Angela Merkel was a communist in East Berlin. The communists are wealthy. They're like Soros and Rothschild and Macron. They're wealthy, and the people that they rule are slaves. And that's what they want us to do, is to go into the globalist scheme and end up one world government. And this case right now will destroy us on the border. If Trump lets any people come through, the border will be destroyed. The rest will line up, and eventually they'll figure out a way to get to the border, and we'll have 1 million people maybe every year or more than that coming in. Now, this will give the Democrats the boost. They'll be fully in power. Second Amendment and the Constitution will be destroyed, and we'll lose all our freedoms. And just like in Europe now, the people that began Europe and saved it over 1,000 years are at the bottom of the barrel. Their wives and daughters are being raped in the streets. They're giving them homes and so forth. Same thing here. It's communism. And they're using the poor as their shield. coming up from Central Latin America and Mexico. So Trump has to bear down and put 50,000 troops over the whole border and have a tough position. And if the troops are attacked, they have to defend themselves. They can't let them in. It's our lives, our whole life, everything our ancestors did for us to preserve us up to now. And we can't let this ploy, this strategic, psychological nonsense overwhelm us. It's much worse than any kind of military fight would do. We're going to open our gates and we'll be destroyed. Lastly, the Americans, if this happens, they should go down on the border. If we see no respite from President Trump to get a lot of troops in there, we need to go on the border, take our camper trucks, guns, go down there and defend this country. I'm happy to be here with a lot of friends that gave their lives for us to have our freedom. God bless.